Nastavak hita Nemoguća misija nas vraća u svet tajnog agenta Etana Hunta.
Good morning, Mr. Hunt. Sorry I barged in on your vacation.
Ovoga puta on će morati da zaustavi širenje smrtonosnog virusa šimera.
You know?
No? Should I?
She's got no training for this kind of thing. To go to bed with a man like him, she's a woman. She's got all the training she needs.
I u tome će mu pomoći stari prijatelj, Winter.
Welcome to Australia, mate. If this ain't fun. The mother of all nightmares is on the loose. Well, this is not mission difficult, Mr. Hunt. It's mission impossible.
At work, always threatening suicide.
Hazel couldn't stand the son of a bitch. She was about to...
That's the short version.
Here's the money shot.
Everything I know about science I learned from reading comic books. And in this class, we covered everything from Isaac Newton to the transistor, but there wasn't an inclined plane or pulley in sight. All the examples came from superhero comic books, and as much as possible, those cases where the superheroes got their physics right. The National Academy of Sciences and Engineering will matchmake scientists to Hollywood. And
Okay, čeka nas sve tamo.
A little bit of garlic.
The Union for Syrian Medical Relief Organizations, they got together and decided that doctors in this country were going to help these Syrian doctors. So the second reason
44 days and was fatal to U.S.-Iranian diplomatic.
Whereas if you have the experience of the whole
thanks, and I want to thank everyone. So,
So that's from the 80s, that first one?
that's right.
Oh, it looks like something from the 50s.
I know.
The public advocate, seen here on the left, is widely regarded
unblocked social media networks that are widely used by government figures but remain officially
Is the chemical attacks. She wasn't affected by the chemicals, but she was in
Right.
Egg white, egg white.
Oh, just the white, I guess?
Yes.
I thought you were trying to get...
Both of them. Sure.
Everybody stay calm. We'll try to keep this brief.
Clearly, people can't fly, walk through walls, run at super speed. And I don't see my job as a physics professor to just be like Professor Grump or Dr. Bell and say, this could never happen. This is impossible. What we do in the class is we grant each character a one-time miracle exemption from the laws of nature and say, well, if you were super strong or could stretch like a rubber band, could you run across the ocean or up the side of a building, catch bullets in midair, all things this character is shown doing, all things that are correct from a physics point of view. So you can use comic books to illustrate physics principles.
You with me? Yeah.
In Watchmen, I would say the miracle exemption is Dr. Manhattan, and basically it appears that in essence he has control of his quantum mechanical wave function. That's the notion of a miracle exemption. The intrinsic field is described by Wally Weaver in the graphic novel as everything except gravity that holds us together. If you take everything without gravity, you have electromagnetic forces, you have the strong force that holds nuclei together, you have the weak force that enables certain nuclei to decay. Those are the three components that hold atoms together. But if you could remove electromagnetic forces, there would be no reason for atoms to stick together, so all molecules would fall apart. You would be disintegrated at the most basic subatomic level. Through a miracle exemption, John Osterman was somehow able to reassemble himself. It wasn't until 1925 when Schrödinger and separately Heisenberg kind of figured out what's called modern quantum theory, which is then the foundation of everything else. Scientists that were just basically trying things to see what happened discovered fission by shooting neutrons at uranium, and with the realization that the release of built the first atomic bomb. Now, all objects have a wave associated with them. We don't notice this because the larger the momentum, the smaller the wavelength. But if Doc Manhattan is able to vary his wave at will, he can do all sorts of things like stretch his wave out to some other distant location, and then he can materialize at that location. He calls it teleportation. In quantum mechanics, we call it quantum mechanical tunneling, and it goes on all the time. He can change his size at will. It's certainly not implausible if you control your wave function that you could change your size. He has the ability to extend his wave function and presumably change some of the binding forces inside someone else's atoms. And if you mess with those binding forces, the atoms fly apart and the person explodes. This is, again, something that's in the graphic novel that is fairly realistic. The students and scientists sometimes are under a lot of pressure. And sometimes that pressure and that anxiety leads to depression. And one thing that I've noticed, being an advisor to various students,